Solve the problem of a 637 average over levels in binary tree. Okay, let's read the question first. Given a non-empty binary tree, return the average value of the node on each level in the form of an array. Okay, so for example, this is 3 output 3, 9, 20, which is 29, divided by 2, 14.5. 15 plus 7, 22 is 11. The average value of a node on level 0, 3, on level 1 is 14.5, and level 2 is 11. Hence, return this value. Note the range node value is in the range of 32-bit signed integer. Okay, let's think about how to solve this problem here. Okay, this is our tree here. Okay, so we have this tree here that we need to basically checking on each level and find the sum, the total, the total or sum at current level, right? Also here, find the sum. Then we find the sum, then divided by how many of them, the size. That's what, that we need to look for. Right. So in order to find this, I mean, this is the first idea, right? Then the second idea, the second thought will be, how can we find the sum at the current, the sum of a current level? Maybe think of that. So we can use a when we see like traversal like this, it's easy for us to think of a breadth search. Why? Because breadth search will let us to do the breadth. From, for example, this is the root. So we start here. Then we're gonna iterate here and iterate here. Once we iterate here, then we go to the next level, right? So before we go to the next level, we need to iterate everything over this level. So that's breadth search. So in order to use breadth search, so we're going to have a queue, right? Queue will be at this. The first queue, the queue, let's say the one beginning is have 3. That's in the first queue. Then the next one, we're using the while loop here, which is the while, right? That we remove the front of queue. Remove the front of queue and iterate. And I mean, you can say scan. Let's say scan this as this current node. Right, scan this current node. Meanwhile, we're going to add sum there. So sum at current value, right? Yeah, value. Once we finish this one, once finish, we have sum here. We have sum, and we also know the size of the queue, which is 1. So we'll let sum divided by queue size, right? So that's for the first one. The second one will be, then it will add the meanwhile. So once this finish, then we're gonna have sum equals 0 because we need to reset to the next level. Then meanwhile, once finish, okay, here there will be we can use a for loop to check if there are children. If the children, there are left or right children, right? Then add to the queue. Add to the queue. Yeah. Okay, let's write some code about it. so the first one is we can have here array equal new array list. Then once we have this one right here, right, then the next one will be we need to have a queue. Oops. Have a queue here. We'll just say this is the queue, the new linked list. Okay, we have a queue here. So the first of all, we need to add the root into our queue. That's how we start, right? So we also need to have a sum here because we need to add each level sum. Just say level sum. Okay. Well, queue is empty. Or queue is empty, then queue is not empty. Then first of all, we need to take out of this one. Before that, we need to have the size of queue before we take out. Then here, train node current. Train node current will be equal queue the pull. Right? That's we're gonna pull out the front one. Then meanwhile, sum equal current value. Yes. Then here it's I equals 0. Do we need to? Yeah, I think we need to have. Actually, we need to have those things because we don't know how many here. So we might need to have use a for loop. Right? Oops, we have two for loops. Right, here is the for loop is here, the current and some adders. This looks good. Then when you check if current the left, not no. Then we need to have queued at the current the left. Similarly to the right side. So I'll just copy here. Right. So once we finish here, this is for one level basically. So result at the the sum, right? Sum should be double. Sum divided by the size. Then meanwhile sum equals 0. Oh, level sum. Okay, that's it. Okay, looks good. Yeah, so basically you guys, so using BFS, then start at the very beginning to scan, then you have a size here. It's quite straightforward actually. To make sure how you really understand this solution here. All right, hope you enjoy, and see you guys tomorrow.